I just can't believe it. It's like an end of an era. Once a band member leaves, I mean, how are we going to get through this? How are we going to cope with only 4 members of them left? I mean, why did he have to leave? Why did he have to leave us all alone in the dark with the other 4 band members? Why? He was like one that, I mean, once he leaves, then who's gonna fill his shoes? Who's gonna, you know, just be there for the rest of them? Who's gonna be the strong one? Who's gonna really, like, be there for us when we need him, live on the stage, or in his music and his vocals and his talent? I mean, once one band member leaves a pop group, then that's kind of it for the rest of the band members. They're gonna go their separate ways, and One Direction will just be no more. And I'm swept away with this strong, powerful emotion of thankfulness. Oh yes, he's gone. That's 1 down. 4 left to go, and One Direction will be no more. Yes, I've been watching so many crying, tearful, I can't believe it. I have to go. It was just so good. God damn it, they saved my life. Really? A pop band saved your life? Personally, if I was their writers, I would take that in very high regard, knowing that my lyrics that I write, or even if I was the musician who came up with all the music, or the producer that put it all together, with the mixer that helped the musician and the lyricist really form this music great, I would take that with such a good... I mean, that would really fill my day if someone said to me that my music saved their lives. But One Direction are vocals. They're just the vocals. They're normal people that have, in all fairness, done really well for them, especially as they're 22. And you've got to admit, Zayn, he's leaving. He's a millionaire at the age of 22. He's probably taken excessively early retirement, and I don't blame the guy. I mean, come on, wouldn't you? That's a whole bucket, bank, mansion full of money. Thankfully, the government have just put a mansion tax into place in this country, so therefore he will be having to pay more tax than most of the council estate owners and homeowners that seem to be getting screwed over by these governments. However, One Direction will not sort out any of those problems for you. They will not sort out your tax problems or your poverty problems or your homelessness problems. Their music, granted, some of the tracks that were given to them to perform were good, and I couldn't have thought of any other band that would have done some of those tracks the justice that the group of One Direction did. And are still doing. Obviously, they are still together, but just as a 4-piece. And I can imagine that it's really kind of heart-aching for them to kind of separate themselves from one another after 5 years of being on the scene with 3 albums down and 2 left to go. So they've still got a few 4 years left. But just think, when they get back together for their reunion tour back in 2025, Zayn will probably be with them. In fact, you know they're gonna do a whole take that thing between 2025 and 2030, when they really need the money, because all their millions that they're making now will be washed up on booze, drugs, sex, gambling, going around the world and basically splooshing your money all over the place. So if he wants to leave because all the crazy people out there, you know who you are because you're also putting videos up there about this, then yeah, all the best to him. He might actually try and do some solo work, and he might actually pull it off as well. Just have to wait and see. But, you know, all the best for him, really, and fair play. He is a bastard, but only because, well, let's face it, fucking jealous.